All right, what's up, everybody? It's Baller Trader on a Tuesday. All right, talking about Bitcoin. You know, I think I got some good things or some cool things to say about Bitcoin. Starting with just let's just put this on there. Boom, boom, kind of something like this, like the market maker profile. So here's the theory about the market maker profile. Obviously, we could come down here and sweep the lows. That would be a complete market maker profile. But what's key about this consolidation right here? Boom, this is a special consolidation because in a bullish environment, or if this were to resolve bullishly, really all this profile is going to be, what is that? It's an optimal trade entry to go long, right? So just because it's a market maker profile doesn't necessarily mean it has to clean these lows out, because you see here we're right at the 70.5 sweet spot. So, um, you know, this could be a sell model, but with a bullish resolution, right? So they'd be buying here, selling here, just to buy and accumulate more down here if this weren't to go back even more. And we can see how the cycle just kind of repeats itself when we kind of have a a buy model going on right here, right? And then we have possibly, if we could break out, I think 236 is a good level. The thing about if the buy model, right? So basically, it would look something like this, right? And it would just be boom, bullish prices. And it would take out this 243 level, which I think would have huge implications for your Bitcoin price because, I mean, if we go back onto the weekly chart, we've been talking about 243 for a really long time, and we see for about, over a month, this 243 level has just been, you know, hammered, right? So we see it here, 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 here. And so that's what I'm thinking, like this implication that we could kind of make this little classic bullish resolution thing. And so, like, the case behind that is that if this can consolidate and break up, then we would just have a bullish resolution on this, which is really just an optimal trade entry to go long. And then that would dovetail into a buy profile in these orange boxes where you consolidate, go down, accumulate, take out these highs. We would take out 243. And if we could stay on top of 243, then, we've been talking about some pretty big figures. Um, you know, this is nothing new. But then 240 or 292 would be one, and 285 would be one. Obviously, this 261 or 250, like this order block right here, might see a little reaction, but given just the huge magnitude of being able to consolidate above 243, I think it would just make way for an even bigger buy model that we've talked about before, which would look something like this. And then just all this is consolidation, I guess. And then boom, and then who knows where we go from there. Maybe break 300, or maybe it'd just be a retracement to short at 285. But that's what I see in Bitcoin. Um, on the nearer term, I think 236 is possible. 236. This is a pretty good level we've talked about before. We see the consolidation here and all the wicks here and the bodies, and it's just a really good looking level to see some kind of consolidation or some kind of reaction there. Maybe price might be reaching there. There's even this order block and kind of illiquid price action, which price might reach up into at the very least. But I think it's a really good time to be watching Bitcoin. and to think about being a bull, just because we're just so close to the bottom, right? I mean, obviously, breaking these lows would be your stop loss, and you're pretty close to those lows. So it's pretty low risk if you want to place a stop under here and look for longs, or just wait it out. But I'm looking to hold a little bitcoins, and with a tight stop loss, see what happens. Just because I think it's just an interesting, what do you call it? It's like a little interesting wave we got going on. That's just a retracement, and it could turn into, you know, taking out these highs, which would have huge implications as to. Now, I mean, it'd look good for the bear or the bulls, and that's all I have to say about Bitcoin. Coming up on the dollar, let's just point this out real quick. I want to do this first because I want to get it off my chart, but we see some SMT divergence where the pound was able to make a higher high, but the euro is not following. Likewise, the dollar is not going lower, which is pretty big because the dollar, I think we have a really key level. I talked about this on my last video, but this is a really key level right here because basically this is the order block where smart money was selling in order to produce this huge price leg down, which really took out the liquidity here, took out the liquidity here, and took out the liquidity here. And after assuming all this liquidity, it's what produced this 5% move in a matter of a week in the dollar, and it produced the huge dump in foreign currencies that we all saw. So this is where commercials, smart money, accumulated short positions to push the market down, and then they assumed all this liquidity down here, and then you see this huge price leg up. Then you see these wicks here. You see prices clearly reacting at this level. Prices reacting at this level, and here we find ourselves at this level once again, and we're putting in a 3-bar swing pattern where you have the lowest low in the middle, and then you have a higher low on the left and a higher low on the right, and we may have a swing low forming on the dollar. Also, these highs are kind of suspect to me, just because it looks too clean, as ICT would say. And we also did put in this high, which is right before this order block, and so stops will be here. They could take it up here, assume this liquidity, push it up into this order block, if not even take out these stops. And that's what I see in the dollar. Combine that with the SMT divergence with the pound going up, even though the dollar is unable to go lower, could be a sign of dollar accumulation. If we go to the Euro USD, yeah, you have to just ignore my studies, but yeah, so I mean, on the daily chart, we just moved back up into this order block, this bearish order block right here, and we went up there once, came back down there once again, and possibly putting in a swing high right at this order block. And yeah, actually I want to build my case on the dollar a little bit more, going down on a lower time frame, the 4-hour. Right, we can clearly see this is just showing the reactions at this level that kind of produced this downswing. See the reaction here, we see reaction here, we see reaction here, and now we can kind of see an optimal trade entry possibly forming as price makes higher lows off of this level. So definitely something to look out for. You could also say that this is a bearish order block, and possibly we could break this level, but I don't think so. I mean, if this level were to hold, and if we were to take out these lows, then yeah, you could be concerned. But for now, I'm thinking the dollar is probably going to reach up and take out these highs and reach up into this consolidation, which would be bad for foreign currencies. Even though I know the euro is pretty strong right now, so it is kind of sketchy. But that's just what I see. And then looking euro USD. And yeah, we see basically here's the daily order block, here's the 4-hour order block, and possibly a sell model, or yeah, no, a buy model underway. Yeah, here's a buy model right here, and price is kind of failing, so the buy model right here, yo, what the buy model right there, and here, and it seems to be getting caught up here. It wouldn't be too outlandish to suspect it might take out these highs, but from what I'm seeing on the dollar looks poised to go up, in my opinion. And yeah, now we're just building a case as to see why we might expect the euro to go down. And we have this order block. What are we on, the 4-hour? So this big green candle, boom. Price is trading weaker off that. Then we have a smaller order block right here. I don't know. We'll have to see. But basically, I've only really thought about what the dollar is going to do. And so I'll probably just look for shorts in foreign currencies, specifically the euro, because that's what I trade. But yeah, that's all I got for this week. Just wanted to put it out there, and I'll see y'all next time.